Review, guys. Get right to it. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. You can call Ryan 680.
I'm Angela Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. You know what to do, guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. And thank you for making us a part of your day. But let's get right to it. Angela, what are we talking about today?
We are reviewing an interesting one. It's based on inspired by true events.
Yeah.
But we are reviewing Eden today.
Eden, a Ron Howard movie, by the way, directed by Ron Howard, co-written and directed by Ron Howard. Ron Howard movie.
Wow. So based on the factual account of a group of outsiders who settle on a remote island, only to discover their greatest threat isn't the brutal climate or deadly wildlife, but each other. So Ryan, kick us off. I will say the cast was star-studded, jam-packed, huge names: Jude Law, David Brohl, Anna de Armas, and then Sydney Sweeney. And Vanessa Kirby. So, a lot of really, really talented actors, actresses in this. Start us off. What were your first thoughts coming out of this movie or seeing this movie? Did it meet the expectations? Because I know we were really excited to see this one.
Yeah, the cast was spot on. When we saw this trailer for it, I was definitely intrigued, definitely interested into the whole, this great cast, great individuals coming together to make a movie like this. And to pay respect, because let's be honest here, Ron Howard, he's a hit or miss for me. He really is. But you cannot deny the career path he has had when he first started out. One of the greatest movies of all time, it's cinema, rich cinema, is a movie that he directed with Russell Crowe in it, which A Beautiful Mind. If you haven't seen that movie, spectacular, fabulous, beautiful film. But going into Eden, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't. This movie comes out a little over 2 hours, and I'm not going to lie. Third act, you feel it. You feel those 2 hours. You really do. But one of the cool concepts that I really did enjoy here, the fabulous story that I felt that I knew that Ron Howard felt, was the fact that it's like, damn, this is a really interesting story back in after World War One, and then definitely an interesting story to where the newspapers, how media was coming out, how people were just finding out about man, there's this island that you supply your own. There's no money, so you kind of just it's the wild. You kind of have to figure out how to farm. It's definitely a cool, interesting concept, if you will, and it's very compelling. I'm not gonna lie, the story concept is very compelling. When we saw in here was Jude Law, which did a fabulous job. Vanessa Kirby killed it. They both did a fabulous job. They play husband and wife in this movie, and it's such a beautiful take by both of them. So I really enjoyed their co-acting as well in this movie. But I have to admit, the narrative and the story felt very uneven, and I didn't know what I was going to, and it kind of felt like it was misdirected towards the third act of the movie for me, and I wanted a little bit more. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing part of the climax, and we did get a climax, but it's anti-climax, and we kind of already knew it was going towards that direction. But I still wanted to see more. More of a climax, more of a struggle, if you will. But anyways, Angela, what do you think?
So I agree, pacing wise, you do kind of start to feel it towards the middle, almost towards the end.
Yeah.
It's really only a little over 2 hours, and it definitely felt a lot longer than that. I also agree. I think the story was really interesting. It was a very interesting concept, especially that it was based on in actual events that happened. I love movies like that where they recap history.
Yeah.
And it was definitely a lot of heavy messaging themes. It's basically Jude Law and Vanessa Kirby's characters living on it to escape from humanity, because just humanity is just in their eyes doomed in a way.
It is.
And then come to find out, what happens to humanity, to humans, when we're kind of pushed to the edge, desperation, and there's a lot of themes to it, and it's a really interesting concept. Now, do I think it was executed the best? Maybe not. It did lull a little bit, did drag on. I think it took a while to get to the point.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think the performance from all the cast was just amazing. Like it was just phenomenal. And
it was like a dark, and towards the end, the fabulous actor Ana de Amas, her performance in here really has elements of dark chaos, if you will.
I think that's the point.
Yeah, that's the point. And I love that. And it kind of revolves around the nature that humans will be humans. And, it just, and you guys will understand that once you see the movie and everything. But yeah, I don't see moviegoers gonna like jumping out to go see this movie. No. And that's the sad part. We'll talk about that towards the end of the review. But I wanted something more. Like, again, I'm going back to where I said I feel like I'm missing something, a climax scene, and I didn't get that in this movie. But yeah, it's just the chaos that I wanted more chaos. I guess I don't know. I felt like it was very short.
Well, it's kind of, I want to say a bigger climax, because I mean, we did see like everything come to head, because you see most of the film is just all this tension of like, humans lying to each other, and neighbors kind of backstabbing each other, and like you see almost like the depravity that people can come to, you know, and
the desperation,
and it's you see that come to a head, which it was done great, but I don't know, just something about getting there. It just took a long time, too long for me. But not to knock on the performances. Like I agree, she did phenomenal. Like she was great portraying that character. I hated that character, but they're doing something good if you have that strong of an emotion towards a character.
Yeah.
So again, I can't knock the cast at all. It just took a while just to get to where it needed to go. So that was a big con for me.
Yeah, this film was actually shot in Queensland, Australia. So there you go. And then also, I know you mentioned it after the fact. This is actually, the music is actually by Hans Zimmer. So I'm all like, okay.
I kind of see. I can kind of see it. I really liked, like, I like all his scores. I really did. Was this my favorite score for him? No. But again, I can always tell my boy, he does amazing work. Amazing work.
Yeah, and then I got to give credit to when it's due is the cinematography was really good. I really enjoyed that. Yes. I enjoyed the cinematography. Just story-wise, I feel like you could have edited a little bit out. I'll say that. I feel like you could have probably taken out a good 15 minutes, and it probably would have been a little bit better.
Showed us different footage. I don't know. There's something, like you say, was missing. But then I wouldn't want to have added any other additional scenes to make it a long movie, because then at that point it'd be just too long. Like I already think the 2 hours is a little long, given what we were given, because again it took a while to get to the point.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I would have liked to have seen more or taken out. Like I don't know how that would have worked.
So here's the thing I did kind of just think about right now is the fact that this is based on 2 books, I believe. 2 books from 2 different sides of the. They could have done it the way Weapons did it, was like kind of give, this is Vanessa Kirby's side.
And the different shorter point of views.
That would have been actually a little bit better, because you're getting not just one point of view, and he tried to collide 2 stories into one, and this is kind of what happens when you cut the story, ends up being longer than what it should be. So,
yeah, but again, I think it's really cool that it was like based on a factual, like it actually happened. That's crazy. That people that the people that lived there,
they left fascism. They left
they lived there for basically all of their lives until I think they had touched on like
after the war.
They showed like real pictures of them at the end, which I think that's really cool. I always love that. I think one of the wives lived there to be like 96 or something like that.
Yeah,
which I think is really cool. So I loved hearing the story.
Yeah,
I never knew it happened, so I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, Angela, what do you give this rating? So I already have a rating, so I'm gonna give it a solid 4 out of 10.
That's a little low for you, considering the. Okay,
no. Okay, scratch that. Okay, I'm gonna do 5. I'll do 5.
I agree. I will agree with a 5 because
5 out of 10.
As much as I love the cast, like I like all the cast individually,
I didn't love the movie.
I did not love the movie.
No, I didn't. I was like waiting.
It just took a while to get.
Little bit. To
pick it up. Yeah. I mean, it was an interesting opening. Then once they're there, it kind of lulled in the middle, kind of had a little lull. But it took a while, and I'm so sorry, Ron Howard. But it's just, as much as the cast, I love them, they just could not save it for me.
Yeah,
I didn't love it.
Same here. Yeah, same here. Alrighty, guys. And that's the thing too. So, should moviegoers go see this movie this coming weekend? And I'm gonna say politely, if you loved cinema, and if you love filmmaking, when I mean cinema, not just Marvel movies, not just DC movies, not just comic book movies. If you love cinema, you love film, I suggest go seeing this because it's definitely interesting to see the cinematography. The Hans Zimmer comes in and really kind of changes the focus here a lot when it comes to the music point of view, and the music side of it's really good. It's powerful. So I'll give you that. So if you are into and you do watch a lot of these artistic movies, artistic films, go check this movie out. I recommend this. But if you're not that kind of guy, you're like, well, I only go to the movies, once a month, and I kind of don't want to go every weekend. I do not recommend this movie.
Or there's maybe different choices in the theater right
Weapons. Go see Weapons again. I know Weapons we just saw at the Draft House. Weapons is
or
still
Highest to Lowest.
It's still or Highest to Lowest is still racking up the full theaters. Man, I'm loving it, every bit of it. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna do a solid 5. You gave it 5, right?
I would say a 5. Just again, I love the cast, but unfortunately, just did not do it for me.
Okay.
Not to say it was a bad movie, but just it was an okay movie in my opinion. But I don't want to deter anyone. We don't want to deter anyone from seeing it, giving them a chance. Yeah. Maybe you have a different opinion than us.
Yeah. Question is for you guys. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. What do you guys think of this film, Eden? And yeah, let us know. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly Ange.
And this is the Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. See you at the movies latest.